To simplify radicals, we are going to take the number that's underneath the square root, which is called the radicand, and break it apart into factors. So we're taking this number and we're splitting it into two numbers that multiply to give me that number. So first I'm going to make a factor tree for 80. So I'm going to take 80 and I'm going to split 80 into 8 and 10. That's the first thing that just popped into my mind, that 8 times 10 is 80. So now I want you to keep in mind, though, this is 8 times 10. The 80 is gone. I took the 80 and split it into 8 times 10. So I don't need to worry about this 80 anymore because I've broken it into these two factors. So like the 80 is by. I split 80 into 8 and 10. Now I'm going to take 8 and split it into 2 times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. So again, this 8 is irrelevant now because I broke it further into 2 times 4. So right now I have 2 times 4 times 10. 2 times 4 times 10 is 80. So I'm just going to do that same process. I'm going to keep breaking everything down until I can't factor them any further. So for example, 4 is 2 times 2. Those are both prime numbers. Can't factor them any further, because their only multiples are 1 in themselves. And then I'm also going to break down 10. 10 is 2 and 5. All of those are prime numbers. So I took the 8 and split it into 2 and 4. I took the 4 and I split it into 2 and 2. I took the 10 and I split it into 2 and 5. So I'm left with 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. So this square root of 80 is essentially the same thing as the square root of 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. I just took the 80 and split it into all that. Okay, now I'm going to circle the pairs. So I have a pair of 2's, or you can see it here. So this is like this top part and this bottom part of this represent the same thing, but they just look a little bit different. So I'm going to circle a pair of 2's, and then I'm going to, in a different color, I'm going to circle another pair of 2's. And then I don't have a pair of 5's. I only have one 5. So I'm not going to circle the 5 because I don't have a pair of 5's. Okay, now that I've step 2, circled my pairs, I'm going to step 3, pull one number from each pair and multiply. So I'm going to pull one number out from underneath the square root and pull it out front. So I have one pair of 2's. So that means I'm going to pull out 1 2. Just one. I have a pair of 2's, but I'm only going to pull one of the 2's out front. I have a second pair of 2's that I circled. So I'm going to pull that second 2 out. So notice I pulled out a pink 2 and I pulled out an orange 2. I'm going to multiply those. That was supposed to be, oops. I'm going to multiply those two 2's. And then finally, step 4, the number not circled, so this 5, the number not circled is left inside the radical. So that 5 is left inside the radical. So think of it as like you have all these numbers playing inside the house, and if you want to go outside the house, you have to have a buddy, you have to have a partner. So I have a pair of 2's that are partners, so the 2 gets to go outside the house. I have another pair of 2's that are partners, so the 2 gets to go outside the house. But poor Mr. 5, oh, poor 5, he's all alone. He doesn't have a buddy. He is stuck inside the house because he doesn't have, excuse me, he doesn't have a buddy. So then finally, I'm just going to multiply 2 times 2, which gives me 4 root 5 as my final answer.